Hey everyone, what is up and welcome back to the channel. I'm Heather.
And I'm Casey.
And today we are coming to you from WALYGATOR Park in France. We've hopped over the border to come check out a new park.
Yeah, it's a smaller park over here in France. I don't really know too much about it.
I
know
was
there's
reading
like
online.
four bigger coasters.
I think it's 2 or 3 bigger coasters and like a kid coaster as well.
Okay.
But the park's been here since 1989. And it's kind of gone through a series of ownership. So at one point, like Six Flags had it, Premier had it, and then most recently Astros, I want to say. Someone correct us if we're wrong down in the comments. I was kind of reading about the history on the way here. So it's been through a series of ownership. I know at one point it was sort of, fighting bankruptcy, but it's really beautiful so far. It's definitely a smaller park, a little less on the theme side, but the areas we have seen here in the front are really nice. So we are here a little later than we were intending to be because we hit some traffic, but it's a beautiful day for a park. So we're very excited. There's a B&M invert here. There's a Vekoma coaster. Don't remember the manufacturer on the other, but I'll have to look it up. I think it was one that it wasn't one of like the big main companies that I know of, but there's a few here and I've heard they're pretty good even though they're older rides and stuff. So hey, we're just excited to get on them and excited to spend this perfect day out of the theme park.
Yeah.
And water rides probably today.
Water ride would be good today.
Yeah.
It is pretty warm.
It's a nice day for it.
And we've already checked out the merch.
Yes.
I actually really liked it.
Yeah, the merch is cute.
It was good, yeah.
It's not a ton of options, but the options they have are really cute. Like I really like it. I bought a little t-shirt I'm going to change into because it is hot and I might have had a bit of a staining situation on my shirt on the way here by just being stupid. So I'm gonna have to put a WALYGATOR shirt on here in a second, and we'll definitely get some food here too. Check out the food. It seemed like the menu at
a lot of options.
There's quite a few options. Yeah, like Caesar salad and a poke bowl, and sometimes, especially at smaller parks, it's very limited. So I was really happy to see a few kind of other healthier options. So that's really, really nice. And so far the staff's been very friendly. So yeah, let's get going. I don't think we have any kind of strict plan other than obviously we want to do the bigger rides, the main coasters. Oh, one of them's a wooden coaster, I believe. And then
I hear it.
I think I hear it as well. I think I see it. And then the B&M is called Monster and is a clone of Raptor at Cedar Point, I believe. Even though I've never been to Cedar Point, I believe I heard it was a clone. I used to work for Kings Island, which is owned by the Cedar Company. So how have I not been to Cedar Point? One day we'll make that happen, but we're gonna check that out. So let's just get going and see how much we can fit in. The park's open till 5:30 today. Yeah, we'll take you with us.
Let's go. It's Wally.
I think his name's Wally.
WALYGATOR? Wally the Gator?
He waved at me. I'm famous.
He knows us.
This is really cool how this is like built into the rock. Like this is really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
It feels like something would be back there.
Is it like a pirate ride or something?
I don't know.
It looks like they're getting ready to open it or something.
There's a coaster.
Oh yeah, there it goes.
So we found Waikiki Beach Restaurant, but it looks very, very close, like permanently closed. Noticing a few things in here that it just probably looks like it's seen better days. So it'd be nice to see them kind of vamp this up and do something with the space, whether it's another restaurant or not or something, but it could use a little TLC around here. But the section we just came from with the rock work is really cool. I mean, it's not like the theming hasn't carried through the entirety of the park so far, but some of the sections that are themed very well, I think. So we're passing a log flume that we'll probably come back and do called Viviera Sauvage. Sorry if I'm butchering that. That's what it looks like to me. Again, the theming on the building is really quite cool, and you can see there's some archways over here that they're coming in to the I don't know, the little port, the port they're coming into. This looks really nice. Again, it's not, the theming's not everywhere, but the parts that have it are nice.
Yeah. Oh, he's like spitting out some mist.
I don't know what this building was either. There's so far several kind of defunct buildings, which is a shame. It looks really cool. I'd like to see them kind of flesh some of that out.
This is cool though.
This is cool.
It's gonna feel good, cool you down a little bit.
I think we have to go through.
That makes sense.
We're probably gonna, hit these in sequential order, or I don't know, maybe we will do the water ride first, but then bop over to the other coasters.
Yeah. This is an interesting queue line.
It is.
It's very open.
It is. I mean, there's not a lot of theming, but the woods in here are nice. I like that Europe keeps the natural beauty of parks.
Looks like we might almost just walk right onto it. Cool little theming right here at the entrance. It's a little rough already. Is this a good idea to do this one right off the bat?
Yeah, I don't know.
Get a really good view though.
Yeah, it is a nice view.
Alright, so we just got off Anaconda.
Anaconda. I think I
Not
have
a
Python.
python.
Maybe do I have Python in my head because of Efteling? Isn't that Python?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I got it stuck in my mind. But I think we got lucky. We only waited about 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was quick.
It was quick because they needed 2 people. But I think they're only running 1 train right now.
Yeah.
So it would be kind of slow operations otherwise. But it's also not very busy today. So even then, you're not going to wait like that terribly
I'm just
long.
glad we were ready.
Yeah, I'm glad we were ready too because there's a lot of times we probably wouldn't be ready to jump.
Yeah.
But what were your thoughts on it?
It was okay. It loses all of its momentum on the uphill,
Yeah.
so you don't get like any hang time or anything,
Any
and that's
air
kind of
time,
like
yeah.
all that you really normally get with a wooden roller coaster. Like that's what they're kind
It's
of known
it's
for.
missing the airtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's missing the airtime.
And it was kind of shaky, but not too bad. Like I don't have a headache or anything.
Yeah,
from it.
it's rideable. I wouldn't
Yeah.
call it smooth, but I also wouldn't call it rough. I'd say it's kind of somewhere in the middle.
It's a normal wooden roller coaster. I'd say.
Yeah, but it's just I don't think it's the most interesting layout I've ever done, and on top of it, because of the speed lacking on the down part of your hills.
You speed up on the downhill and then slow way down.
You don't collect enough speed down to have that air time going up.
Yeah.
So I think it's marketed, I'm sure, as a family coaster. There's nothing about that kids couldn't ride or anything like that. So for what it is, I'm sure the kids and the families have a really good time on that. It's very family friendly, but yeah, it's just okay.
Yeah.
Just okay. But I think we're gonna head for the water ride now. We're gonna try the log flume because it is quite warm and it'll actually feel nice right now, even though we're not huge water ride people, I wouldn't say, generally speaking.
No, but it is hot.
But it is hot, and so why not? We're here, right?
Yeah.
And this is also, I think, more of a family park.
Yeah.
It's not like it's got tons and tons of thrill rides. There's the one straight ahead monster, I think, is probably the most thrill ride coaster here, and everything else is pretty family friendly. Lots of flat rides. We're looking at sort of your what do you call this? Like your carnival game layout over here and everything. But we'll try to get on some flat rides and stuff too. We'll do some different things, but we're gonna hit all the big things, the water rides, and see what time we have left. So let's head back over to the log flume. Yes, let's go.
Yup. It didn't really look like people were getting too wet, but nah, I think we'll be alright. I don't know. I feel like we have that thought every time we get on a water ride. We're like, "Dang, we messed up."
It feels like it needs more water. I feel like we're very low.
Yeah, we're bouncing off the walls quite a bit.
It looks like that used to be a show over there or something.
Oh yeah.
There's some stadium seating. Also looks a bit defunct.
Oh, here it is.
My gosh.
The big
It's
lift.
like a one and done.
I don't know. It's straight into it, huh?
Pretty good hill. Not little.
So far, not much theming on the ride itself.
No, not really anything. Nice natural, nature.
Yeah.
Trees, landscaping. Oh, we gotta make it. Oh my gosh.
There we
go.
go.
Woo!
Oh.
Gosh. Okay, I actually got pretty wet.
I got a little wet too. Oh, there's some theme in there.
I don't know what the theme is. Some guys holding up a cauldron.
Was that it?
I think that's it.
It's a one and done drop, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's the log flume.
That's the log flume. That's part of the theming coming up on the way into the station.
Yeah.
I love these walls. I wish that these ruins like that would be carried more through the ride.
Yeah, throughout the whole thing, yeah.
Again, the quality of the theming is decent. When it's there, it's just few and far between.
Right. There also seems to be a lot more water at the end here. We're a lot
What's
higher.
going on?
The rest of the ride we ride pretty low, kind of
Yeah.
bouncing off the
Yeah.
ground.
Exactly, totally. And this is riding a lot better right here too.
Yeah, this is a lot nicer.
All right, that was Riviera Sauvage. Again, I'm
sure you're saying this
I'm
right.
sure I'm saying it so right. I'm trying, gonna attempt to say things correctly, but anyway, kind of how I felt about Anaconda. It's not the most interesting layout, and
Yeah, just kind of build up to the one drop, and then
yeah,
that's it.
it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not particularly like overly interesting or exciting.
Yeah, good way to cool off on a hot day.
It is
though.
a good way to cool off on a hot day. It was a bit of an odd thing, which was that at the beginning of the ride, the water was so shallow. I almost felt like we were like riding along the actual pavement.
Yeah.
And then, as he mentioned, we get to the end and the water's like full to the top. So, I don't know. It seems a little imbalanced there because the ride was much nicer once we had more water.
Yeah, once we were raised up out of the little trough. a little more.
Yeah, exactly. But again, it's a nice way to cool off. I do like the parts of theming it has are really nice. It's just very minimal.
Yeah, the ride stations seem to have a lot of theming, but once you get 20 feet outside of it,
Yeah.
it kind of fades away.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of things you can tell this park's been here since '89. It could use a little TLC in areas, but again, I see some potential with the theming if things were kind of expanded upon, maybe just, you know, cleaned up a little bit. Like within the ride itself, it could just use a little TLC. It could use, you know, some adjustments on that sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, it's a nice day. It's perfect for this. So I'm glad to be out here in France today at WALYGATOR. And now I think we're going to probably head towards the B&M Monster. I will try to put information about the rides down below here. I always forget when I'm talking to say that, but the next one's the B&M clone of the ride at Cedar Point. So we're probably going to do that, and then I would imagine start to look for food.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting kind of hungry.
Yeah,
so.
like food.
Yeah, so we're going to head to the B&M Monster, and then we'll meet you over there.
Let's do it.
All right, we are queuing up for Monster right now. Just sort of cattle pen lines here, but wait looks relatively short, so we're going to try for front row to get you that front row POV. And we've heard good things about this. A lot of the coasters here are a bit older, but we've heard they're pretty well maintained. So we are excited to ride this and see what we think, see if it lives up to the hype, and we will get back to you.
All right, well, we walked right onto the Monster.
We did.
Front
Wasn't
row.
expecting that.
No. It seems like it's such a slow day that they put the water dummies in the second row just to make sure that the coaster's going to make it, I think.
Really? You think that's why? Would they do
I think they probably need just at least that minimum amount of weight.
Interesting. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I didn't think about that either.
Oh, here we go. a hard brake run.
I was not expecting any of that.
I thought we were gonna slow down a little more gradual.
That had a lot of force on it.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I'm crying. I got snow blinded about it.
That's how you know it was a good one. Oh man. And we're back to the station.
All right, so we just got off of the Monster, which is a B&M 2010 invert. That was surprising.
It was snappy.
That thing,
Yeah.
well, when I say whip you, I don't mean like in a bad way. I don't mean in like
It's
you're
very
getting jostled.
smooth.
It's very smooth.
Yeah, I liked it.
But a lot of surprising elements that I didn't see coming in the layout that were really, really excellent. Yeah, I mean, it had so much force.
Yeah.
I cannot believe the amount of force I had near gray out a couple times.
All the loops were like, it's almost like an oval shape. So
Yeah.
it just rips you back down from the top.
Yeah, and there was one time we kind of like went up and inverted down. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah.
it was real steep. It kind of twisted you over, and a lot of little surprising elements like that
Yeah.
made it intense and very fun both.
Yeah, I think it's a really good coaster.
That's a really good coaster,
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
liked it.
very surprised. Not to say that it's good, but just that it's that good. I was
Yeah.
not expecting that, and I wasn't expecting to be caught off guard by so many elements. It kind of in a way that Taryn catches me off guard every time, where you don't expect to kind of do a quick little turn, quick
Yeah.
little, things like that. A lot of elements. Not that it's like Taryn because it's a different ride system, but elements that kind of remind me of it a little bit. So that was really good, but intense for sure, and probably like I wouldn't want to ride it back to back. I'd want to take a little break and come back.
We might have to do that one again before we leave.
We might have to do it again before
Yeah.
we leave. But that coaster, if you're a coaster enthusiast, that's almost worth the whole trip. Like that's a really good.
That's a really good one.
It's a really good coaster. So I think we're gonna go look for food now, and then I know there's Comet, which is the Vekoma coaster here, so we'll probably do that. And like I said, I believe there is a River Rapids maybe as well, so we'll probably do that also, and then see what other kind of smaller things there are around the park that maybe we don't know about. I don't think there's a dark ride here, but I'm not 100% certain, so we'll have to look for that too. So we've got some nice French music playing, and we walked all the way back to the front of the park because we were kind of looking at what restaurants are open. There are some closed today, and it actually does tell you
At the front.
At the front.
It tells you which restaurants are open.
Yes.
At all.
So we were hoping for pizza and salad, but those are closed. So we are now going for, I don't know, they had like fish and chips, some burger stuff, chicken, poke bowls, I think at that one.
I might get one of them.
Let's not get the water on us. There's a mister here, which would actually feel great.
It feels really good. I was trying to get there.
This is actually really picturesque over here, if you can see. We got the boats floating by and these pretty archways. The park really has potential, but you can just tell it hasn't seen some love in a while. There's a lot of like faded paint or rusting, or even the pavement looks really worn out. You know, it needs some love, but there is a lot of potential here. So I hope in the future, I don't know what's going on with the ownership exactly, but maybe there will be improvement, or it could even be sold again. But yeah, I mean, some of the details, like I said, are naturally pretty on their own. There's a lot of nice scenic elements just in the natural environment itself. Like I said, I love how Europe keeps a lot of the trees and the natural beauty in their parks. And we've got a little monorail over here. I did not see a dark ride. We think there's kind of a scare castle.
It's like a walkthrough
It's
thing.
like a walkthrough. That is not my thing. So whether or not he does, that's another story. But yeah, I mean, again, we're just enjoying the day. It's such a perfect day for this. And we're heading back for that fish and chips. And then it looks like the other big coaster, the monorail, and some smaller stuff's over here. So we'll probably check that out as well. And yeah, and then just round out our day. Maybe go take you through the merch shop on the way out too, and show you some of the cute merch we were talking about.
All right, here's the options at the more of a seafood section. It's over in the western section here. They got some fish and chips, fish fillet, and poke bowl, which maybe I might get. I can't decide yet.
All right, so naturally in Europe, we are in the western town of the theme park.
Always got to be one.
We need someone who's a non-American to tell us in the comments. Is that like a fascination in Europe, like the Wild West? I'm just curious because we see it everywhere here, which I mean...
I think it's a mandatory section in the theme park.
It seems like it. I mean, I enjoy it, so it's fun, but it's very curious to me that there's so many theme parks that have that. But we just ate at the Saloon in the Western Village here, and... kind of an interesting experience. It was quite a long wait. I'm not really sure what was going on.
Yeah,
though.
we were waiting on something to be made or something.
Yeah, the staff was very nice and everything about it, but we were just kind of not sure what was really going on.
It took a lot longer than it should have for like a quick service style restaurant. But.
Yeah, and the pricing is a little on the high side for what it is. Not terribly so, but maybe a little high.
You do get like a full platter though.
You do.
It's not just like burgers
and
chicken fingers and stuff like that. It's kind of like a full-ish entree. So.
And I actually got a side of green beans. So just as somebody that's trying to eat a little more consciously, that was shocking. Yeah,
theme park.
Exactly. So I was very pleased with the food I was able to get in terms of feeling like I ate relatively healthy, minus splitting a beignet.
Which was delicious.
Which was so good. Everyone in line had them. I think some of the meals come with them and some don't. But I'm not surprised everybody in line had them because if they come here often, they know what's up.
Yeah,
it's so good. So anyway, we'll show you around here a little bit. We think we want to let our food settle maybe before we head over to Comet. So I think we're going to do the river rapids next and maybe take the monorail around and sort of work our way back that way and maybe hit up Monster one more time before we leave.
Yeah, back row ride on Monster would be good.
Yeah, so we'll show you some B-roll through here. This is actually, again, decorated really cute. When there is theming, it's good. Pretty well done. Yeah, it's just kind of spaced out and not necessarily cohesive. Like you'll have, this is more of a section here. Yeah. But there's other spots where it's like, okay, we've got teacups and then there's a space theme and then there's a haunted castle, So just seeing some more theming added that connects.
Like a better transition.
A better transition would be nice. But it is a really nice, again, park with the landscaping and the natural beauty. So we're going to show you around here and then we're going to head over to, I think it's called Dino something, River Rapids.
Dino World?
Something like that. We'll see when we get over there.
Look, hon, it's the world's biggest golden nugget.
Golden nugget. They shouldn't just leave that out in the open. Somebody's gonna steal it.
Yeah. It looks like it's snowing here.
I know.
I don't know what these trees are. And I don't know if the camera's really gonna pick it up. But there's so much fuzz and stuff flying through the air.
It was like flying in the restaurant.
Yeah. Alright, here's the entrance to Dino World.
I didn't think they were aggressive. Why does he look mean?
Yeah, don't they just eat plants?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dino Raft.
But the Dino World must be this area, yeah?
That's what I'm gathering.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
This is cool.
Yeah. It's the most theming we've seen so far.
I like it. And I've always liked dinosaur stuff. Although I called the Brachiosaurus a Bronchiosaurus, I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh! That was a good one.
I'm never gonna be wetter than that in one go. There's no way on one of these.
Oh, my feet are soaked.
Wrong seat.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. I am getting all the blood here. I used to like dinosaurs.
Les sheets. M'en fous, je veux juste les sheets.
Voilà, faut changer place.
Moi, je veux bien être.
Ah, mais là, qu'est-ce que
This is a rapid.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely it. This
Yeah,
is the
The theme is really good for this one, yeah.
See, that car is how you know you went wrong.
The wrong way.
Here come waterfalls.
Ah bon,
Oh.
I hope they stay on your wall.
Non.
Oh. Oh, no. Oh. Oh.
Putain, moi, regarde.
Yeah.
Oui, moi. Oui, moi. Putain, moi.
Putain, mon prix. Buraya ama.
Oh, that wasn't too bad.
This one will hit you.
Bir tanesi.
Is it it?
I don't know. I feel like I got chewed up and spit out by a T-Rex just now. Yeah, that's it. I'm glad my bag today is like a waterproof vinyl.
Yeah, I know. What's not waterproof is my shoes. My shoes are pretty wet.
Yeah, I know. I tried to think about that today actually because most of my shoes have that kind of meshy top, but
Yeah.
these don't.
Hala dönüyoruz. Hala daha gitmiyor.
Alright, we just got off of Dino Raft. My bottom half of my jeans are a different shade of blue than the top half of my jeans right now.
Yeah, that ride definitely, like, if you get the wrong seat, you're getting wet.
You're getting really wet.
getting really
Now,
wet.
if you like a true river rapids, it was actually a really good rapids. The
Yeah.
theming was really good in there. That was the most solid theming we've
Yeah,
had so
throughout
far.
the entire thing.
Throughout the whole thing, and again, some interesting elements, some spinning, some splashing, different things where you're getting a little bit of all of those elements. You
The
see
little
there.
waterfall, like,
Yes, that
alley
was an
you went
intense
through.
one too.
It was a lot, yeah.
Sometimes it's just for show, those waterfall alleys, I guess you'd call them. But this one actually got you a little bit.
Yeah, and it almost seemed like it kind of put us through there like lopsided.
Yeah,
like we
it
were
did.
like crooked the whole time.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just to get you in the water more.
Or the pressure from one side of the waterfall is kind of
Yeah.
tilting down the raft. I'm not sure, but I mean, I'm not the biggest like fan of getting too wet on rides usually, but it was a good rapids. I think the one ride out there that surprised me the most in terms of water rides where you do get soaked and I really love it is that Area 51
that's a
movie
good one,
park.
yeah.
It's such a good ride, but you get soaked like right off the bat. So I'm glad we did this when we did.
It's like the hottest part of the day, and it's
Yeah.
probably the longest line I think we're gonna have to wait in probably all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did wait probably. Well, we did get to skip a big chunk of the line again
We
because
did.
we're only two people and
I
there
know.
needed two. But it probably would have been about a 30-minute wait.
It wasn't too bad. They had 3 loading stations. The loading station was really interesting here because it's kind of like they load in however many vehicles there, whatever the day is. I'm sure they choose a different amount. But right now it was 3 ride vehicles. they kind of bring them into the station all stopped together and do loading stations more similar to a coaster than what you typically see with a rapids. So I don't know what the reason for that is, if it's a safety thing, if it's got to do with keeping the flow moving better, but it was kind of a nice system.
Yeah, it worked out.
Worked out really well. I love the theming. I love dinosaurs. I love archaeological. When I was a little girl, I used to think I wanted to be an archaeologist. So I thought I wanted to be a lot of things, but I had a lot of like dinosaur bone kits and a lot of dinosaur games where I was like learning all the names, and
now you've forgotten them.
I know. I don't know what I was saying earlier, but yeah. Anyway, we really like the theming. Now we're gonna head over and probably do the little monorail just to kind of get a bird's eye view, and then work our way back over to Comet.
To dry off.
To dry off, absolutely.
All right, the Far West Tour. This is a little monorail ride. We're gonna take it around and just try to get a little bird's eye view of the park.
It's called the Western Tour because we're in the Wild West.
It's the Far West Tour.
Far West Tour?
Far West.
Oh, well, it's the Wild West.
Okay.
We're taking the tour. Looks like there's some kind of like puppet theater maybe or something down there.
Yeah. It definitely looks like there used to be like little shows and little things around.
There's kind of a lot of just dead areas though, like that. I don't know what
Yeah. They must not do. I don't know if there is any show at all anymore.
I don't know. I didn't look real carefully at that, so there could be, but you know, that wasn't our priority today, so I just didn't really check too far into that. There's a cool little kids log flume coming up. I think the theming on that, I mean, it's small, but it's really, really cute.
Yeah. It's cool that the monorail kind of like intertwines with it too.
It is. I love
To see the little mini drop here.
And the big drop's up ahead. Look, it's going up and down.
Oh.
That one's called like space something, I think, but it's kind of cool, like from this vantage point.
Yeah, the big drop tower.
Yeah, because you can really see all the theming. Castles across the river, the Scare Castle.
There's Comet back there, yeah.
Oh, look at how cute this is.
Little kids train down there.
Oh my gosh, this is adorable. All the interplaying in the Western Village here is so cute.
Oh, we don't get to see a big drop.
Dang it. We got another chance maybe to see it at least go up. Here we go.
I like the theming in this area.
I do too. This is the best theming in the park for the area. There they go, up the
Yeah,
drop.
they're going up. There's the seafood restaurant that we ate at earlier. I guess I wouldn't really say it's seafood, it just had seafood
It
options.
had seafood options, right? Yeah. Wild West,
Oh, that's where you're gonna be here soon.
huh?
Jail.
Being bad to the bone.
For having bad jokes.
No, my jokes are the best jokes. Somebody out there appreciates my dad jokes.
Are you saying bad jokes?
Dad, papa, father, vata.
That's the end of the Far West tour.
It's cute. It's like, it goes through everything really nice, and again through the tree line and
Yeah.
stuff. It's nice, yeah.
That's a pretty cool little drop tower. Alright, here we go on Comet, first row. It's very bright out.
I'm sure it's a nice view if I can see.
Alright. Whoa! Whoa! Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The brakes really work on that.
Yeah, they were.
That wasn't too bad. It feels a little loose on the tracks.
It's really smooth. It's from '89. So if you consider how old this is, it's very smooth.
It is
But the restraints I don't like.
it is smooth, yeah. It just I almost just feel like it's loose.
Well, my neck's like bobbing around.
Yeah.
These are really hard, so I'm not a fan of it.
Alright, so we just got off Comet.
Yes.
I liked it. It was very smooth and I was kind of surprised by it.
It's an '89 Vekoma.
Yeah. And it seemed a little loose on the track, but other than that, and I don't like the over the shoulder lap bar. Over the shoulder restraint.
Yeah, and they're not cushioned either. They're like just stiff plastic. Basically.
Yeah, it doesn't shake much, but when it does, you definitely bounce your head a little bit. You kind of got to force your head back.
Yeah, I felt like a little like bobblehead with my neck like bobbling around, but
Yeah.
I'm glad to say I at least didn't like have any moments where my head actually smacked into them, because if you did, that would be kind of rough.
Yeah, they're not very soft.
Yeah, they're not soft. It would not be fun. I don't know, depending on your height, if that would be an issue. Maybe if you were a little bit shorter, that might be an issue.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but considering that this is built in '89 when the park opened, essentially, like it's very smooth for its age.
Yeah, it could use a little paint.
It could use a little paint. I mean, really, that's sort of been a theme in the park, is some
Yeah.
things just need some touching up and, little adjustments here, maybe carrying the theming through, just sprucing the place up. But I'm pleasantly surprised with how smooth that is, again, for being in '89. That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know what to think about those brakes though.
The brakes are hard at the end.
They come in hard.
Yeah, at the end, the brakes
it
hard.
stops you quick.
Yeah, I think too, for me, and this is just a personal preference, this is not a criticism of the ride, but I'm not so much a fan of this particular track type, I don't think. I've ridden quite a few of them now, and I'm just okay on them. I just thought it was okay, but incredibly smooth for the age.
Yeah.
And again, I think a lot of people would enjoy it. I think it's not overly intense or anything, so a younger
No.
kid, it's not gonna
And it's got all the elements too. It's got the loop and the corkscrew and then the helix at the end.
Yeah, but you're missing kind of airtime and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's what I enjoy the most on rides, is like the airtime and the floating and the
See, I like
hang
inversions.
time and
I like being upside down.
yeah. So
That's just me.
I think my favorite coaster we've done is probably still Terran, and there's no flipping or anything in that. All right, so Casey went to ride Monster a second time before we leave today. We are going to also do the boat ride. We're gonna meet back up and do the boat ride, but I'm gonna take you guys right now to check out the gift shop in the front of the park. I am very fair-skinned, and when we read the weather report, it was supposed to be cloudy. It has not been cloudy once. So I'm starting to feel like I'm getting a little burnt here. I guess it's that time of year that we're gonna have to start packing sunscreen no matter what. But for that reason, I'm going to pass, as much as I really liked that coaster, and go take you guys on a tour of the gift shop and meet back up with him to do the boat ride. I think he's going to do the last row in or on Monster this time. I don't know if he's going to POV it or not, but I'm sure he'll talk about it, so I'll be anxious to hear how the back row rides on that as well. So we are just working our way to the front of the park, past the teacups again. Past there is like a double-decker carousel. It's really pretty. And yeah. We're gonna check that out. I know we didn't get to show you real closely, but there is a kind of a scare castle. The castle itself looks very, very cool, but I do not like being scared at all. Halloween, it's not my thing unless it's the fun part of Halloween and just getting candy. So that is there though, and I think there's a little kids version in the western section too, because we thought it might be a dark ride, but when I went over and checked that out, it appeared to be maybe like a kids version of a scare castle. So there was a door. You can't just go in. There was no ride car. There was a door where you had to wait. So I'm pretty sure it was another little scare castle. But anyway, we are rounding back towards the front of the park, so I will meet you in the gift shop. We have entered the gift shop and they have some WALYGATOR pillows. I do think the WALYGATOR is a really cute mascot. Very, very adorable. So we've got them in pink, blue, green. Let's see prices, 31 euros. That's expensive for a printed pillow, but the prices on the shirts and stuff aren't too bad. Like this little kid's hoodie is 27.90 €. And we've got a little fun mirror over here. Some more WALYGATOR pillows. These are embroidered instead. See if the prices are similar. 34. So yeah, these are quite expensive, but the merchandise has not been bad. This hoodie here is 32.80 €. So the pillow is almost, actually the pillow is more expensive than the hoodie, which is crazy to me. I know Casey kind of likes this one, so he might snag this on our way out. I grabbed this shirt right here, which was $17.50, so not bad at all. The hats are actually really cute too. Like these little kids' hats are adorable, and these are like 13 euros, so really, really not bad at all. We've got the WALYGATOR up there. I'm trying to see what his price point is. I don't see a price on him, but very cute. We've also got some WALYGATOR bags here, which are really nice. They're like a sport bag. Seems like there's a decent amount of room in them, some outside pockets, so that's cool. There's also a WALYGATOR baby section that is absolutely stinking adorable. This little blanket here, $12.90. I'm not seeing, let's see, $14.50 on that little shirt. It's so cute. Got a giant WALYGATOR glass stein. We actually love these. We have some steins at home and they're very, very helpful. $8.50, that is good. That's a good price. Regular glasses, shot glasses, coasters with the bottle opener. We've got some coffee cups, which are quite cute. I mean, we actually, like I said, the merchandise isn't super, super expansive, but they have more than I would have thought. And the prices on the whole are actually quite reasonable. The only thing I've found so far that I felt was a little wild were the pillows. But let's see, we've even got a neck pillow over here. This is awfully cute. $15.90. So see, that makes a lot more sense for something that's like pillow-like to me. We've got a lot of little things, pens, pencils. We have this little kind of license plate looking thing. A ruler. Wow, that's actually a very sturdy little ruler there. So some bits and bobs and like a mini WALYGATOR here, who is $13.30. We've actually got a bowl, which is so cute, 12 euros. Keychains, notebooks. I'm actually looking for not this kind of a pen, but like a metal pen for my collection. So we'll see if they have one. There is a female Walygator. That's the first I've seen that. That's adorable. Lots of bracelets up at the shop front. We've got some boy and girl items up here. Oh, there she is again. How cute is that? This says Miss Waly. Adorable. Magnet, $3.90. Oh my gosh, and she has her own little bowl too. That is so stinking cute. There are also Walygator letter mugs. More mugs. I have not seen any pins yet. I'm seeing a lot of magnets, things of that nature. There are ponchos and umbrellas. I would highly recommend a poncho if you're going to do the river rapids. A whole wall of hats here. I think the little girl ones are so cute. I like the one with the Walygator in the heart, but that's not my size. But that is really, really cute. So I don't think we have any pins, but that's kind of about it. We've got these little sort of bouncy balls for kids. But yeah, quite a bit of merch here and at very reasonable prices. So this is worth checking out when you're here. All right, we're walking to the boat ride. Casey just got off of his second ride on Monster in the back row.
Did the back row, yeah.
All right, well, how was it? Tell us about it.
It was about 10 times more intense.
Oh my God.
I grayed out a few times.
Yeah, I'm glad you did that.
I'm glad I did it too. It was really good.
But did you like the back or the front better?
Depends what you're going for. I think the front was probably just more fun, and obviously I like not having someone
in
seated
front of
in
you.
front
Right,
of me.
yeah,
like
yeah.
I get to see what's going on.
Sure.
But the back was definitely way snappier, and just like you can tell you're like pulling way more G's.
Yeah. Well, we're right outside the Waly Boat tour, so we are going to head on in and enjoy a gentle ride at the end of our day here. Get some theming. I think there's some theming in here. All right, we made it.
This is a good way to end the day.
It is. This is a nice little view, and there's some little scenes on the boat ride, it looks like. I love how that building looks, but it was not open.
Yeah, it's a shame that like a lot of the like themed restaurants and stuff are closed now.
I
It's kind of
know.
all just the walk-up style food options available.
I'm surprised with that one right at the front of the park like that, too, that it's closed.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe like peak season, maybe they try to staff them and open
Yeah,
up a lot
maybe
more
so.
versus the slow season, maybe close some stuff down.
Yeah, maybe.
It looks like fish in here and stuff too.
Oh, there are?
I mean, I see fish.
There's fish. All right, there's Waly and Miss Waly.
You think that's Mrs.?
Well, that's what it said in the gift shop.
Oh.
Miss Waly.
Would not.
I don't know.
Are they divorced?
Are they divorced but running a theme park together?
Or are they brother sister?
I'm not sure. I assumed it was romantic, but you make a good point. Oh, it says Bienvenue à Waly City. So this is Waly City? Is that the name of the western town?
I guess.
Look at him, he's got that lasso. Is he trying to get us?
Maybe.
Way off in the distance, there's a shipwreck scene.
All these ships sunk.
It's sunk.
Ooh, there's a little shark over
There's a little shark over there. It's weird because the scenes aren't all... I don't think we get to go by
I was gonna
those.
say, do we go over there?
I don't think so.
Huh.
It's interesting. I wonder if that's just to have theming and that you can see from other areas of the park, I guess.
I don't know.
Oh, we're definitely going to have some scenes over here, though. Okay, so I can't be sure yet, but I'm starting to get Small World vibes in the fact that it seems like we're going to go through scenes of different areas of the world. This looks like Mexico. You've got the flags and the cactuses, and it says El Dia de los Muertos, so Day of the Dead, I guess. It's the Day of the Dead celebration over here. And then up ahead, it almost looks Polynesian. So to the right side of the boat, we're going to have a China section. So yeah, I'm thinking that's like more generally Polynesia over there, like that area. I don't know if they're going for more specific than that, but this feels Polynesian, where clearly over here we've got China section. Very cool. So yeah, we've kind of got a more relaxed boat ride, but that has that small world vibe in terms of they're taking us on a journey around the world.
Yeah.
I think she was supposed to hula. That looks like there's some kind of
looks like she's supposed to move.
mechanism that's not working. I'm not sure if that's supposed to maybe bounce. I'm not sure. So we've got another snake. The Anaconda Python debate continues. And then we have the Loch Ness Monster. Old Nessie. And then up ahead we have WALYGATOR filming a movie on an archaeological... I don't know what's going on. The filming of Jurassic Park. Something... I'm losing the country theme just slightly right here. And there he is. Over there is an explorer too. So I'm a little confused about this part of the world that we're in. Up there though, it almost looks like we're back to theming.
This looks like it would have been a show.
It does look like it would have been a show over here, but unfortunately it doesn't appear that there's a show going on anymore. The treasure hunt. We keep seeing little things too in some of these themed sections. Like this says like S equals E, and that one said what, Z equals 3 or something. We're wondering if there's some sort of kids thing here where they're solving little mysteries or puzzles or something throughout either this ride or the park. I'm not sure. If anyone knows about that, let us know down in the comments, because that's kind of what we're getting out of this. I'm thinking we are in Egypt now, sort of exploring. I know there is like that explorer theme that they keep bringing up in the park, so that I'm thinking this is all connected, both with something for the kids and in the overall thematics of the park. And that looks like it's about it. I think this is the backside of that restaurant we saw earlier, the beach one. Yeah, it looks unfortunately very sad back here. The deck out here is really, really run down looking. I'm seeing a lot of kind of mossy green and just overgrown, and yeah, that's really unfortunate, because this would in theory have a lot of potential, but you can see the roof and stuff too is quite torn up, honestly. There is a scene back here with this balloon, but it's actually hidden because the grass has grown so tall, so...
Yeah, I see his little mohawk.
I see a little mohawk too. That's too bad. Alright, so we just finished up the boat ride, and we are out at the park now. I actually really liked the boat ride. I really liked the little cute scenes and that whole kind of world, you know, theming that they had going on.
Yeah, no, it was good. We did get stuck for a little bit,
yeah,
which was kind of weird, seeing as I don't know why we would
have
have got
either,
stuck,
yeah.
But
there's probably a reason that we just couldn't see from where we were, but we got stuck for just a minute though, not bad. And it's really been an enjoyable day. The crowd levels have been low.
Oh, we just walked onto everything.
We walked onto everything,
besides the rapids.
Besides the rapids.
The only thing we had to wait for.
People, it's hot today.
Yeah.
I mean, people knew and they were ready to actually get soaked on that, because you will. But all in all, I mean, is it the most themed park we've ever been to? No. Does it have the craziest rides we've ever been to? No. But there are some solid rides, and there's little pockets of gems of solid theming, and because you're not fighting through crowds all day, it's a really enjoyable experience. And I have to give a huge shout out to the staff. I have thought the staff has been incredibly friendly and helpful.
Yeah,
every person's been super nice. So, you know, obviously this is a park we probably wouldn't come to like all the time, but I would come back.
I'm glad we did it. Even just for Monster alone.
Oh, absolutely.
It was just great.
Yeah, it was a great coaster. That was my favorite, like, thrill ride of the day.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. And I thought the theming on Dino Raft might have been my favorite theming of any ride.
Yeah, it felt like the most rapid ride.
It did. It really did. And again, it kind of is a soaker of a river rafting rapids. But as long as you know that going in and you're okay with that.
Yeah, just do it with enough time to dry off before going home, I guess.
Yeah, we made a good choice in doing it early enough in the day that we're, you know, pretty much dry now. Yeah. And it's a hot day. This is a nice day to come out here and enjoy everything. And there were lots of little flat rides and stuff we didn't even talk about for kids, and some kids coasters. We generally just don't do those because it's not really like our thing, but there was a lot of variety for that as well.
Yeah.
And the scare castles and stuff too. So there's some other things here to check out if you're into those things.
A little bit of everything for
A little bit of
everybody.
everything. Yeah, so thank you so much to WALYGATOR for a very enjoyable day. We had a really, really good time here. And yeah, let us know what you think down in the comments. Let us know if there's anything we should know about the park that we didn't know going in, because we did a little bit of research, but certainly we don't know everything about this park by any stretch of the imagination.
I never heard about it until just the other day when you decided you want to come here.
Yeah, I didn't realize how close it was. I had seen about it and I looked it up and I was like, wow, that's actually, you know, not that far from us. So we decided to hop in the car. It's a beautiful weekend and we enjoyed ourselves. So we hope you enjoyed this vlog. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Chat with us down below and we will see you at the next theme park.
See ya.
Bye.